Today, Keith Sutherland was named as the replacement for David Hayter as the new voice of Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, this begs the question, how will Keith Sutherland continue the role that Hayter made so famous? Will this be a brand new step for the series, or will this actually hurt it? The answer in short is that we really don't know at the moment. We haven't seen his performance, we don't know how he'll do his read. However, Keith Sutherland does have a good amount of range when it comes to these kind of things. We all remember 24 being a very large success in no small part because of him, as well as many other movies he's been in over the years. I believe the real question is, will he be playing a character or will he just be being himself? Honestly, we'll have to wait to find out when we get our first real trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5 with him as the voice. The latest game in Halo series was announced. Halo Spartan Assault was announced for Windows 8, and it has a bit of a change to it from the previous titles. This is a twin-stick shooter. Now, it's unclear at this moment whether this will be a one-off or if it's going to be a new direction for the series, trading in its first-person perspective for dual sticks. Honestly, I don't mind twin-stick shooters. In fact, I kind of like them, and the fact that Halo will be one, that could be really fun. Again, the information we're getting is sketchy at the moment. When we have further information, I'll be sure to let you know. We've also seen the first release for the first trailer for Final Fantasy XIII 3 Lightning Returns. And while it pretty much looks exactly like the other two as far as storyline, being fairly confusing and odds are not explaining much to us, it does look like it'll be fun graphically. It looks like the gameplay has been spiced up a bit, and it may be one worth playing when it comes out. No word on a release date just yet. We do know, however, it has been pushed back to 2014. Another reason I'm here. I have given Microsoft a few days to correct the mistake they have made, but it's become clear that they are not. Microsoft doesn't care about a large portion of us. If you're too poor to afford new games, then fuck you. If you don't have great internet access, then fuck you. It's just the way it is, people. Let me bring you up to speed. If you haven't heard, the Xbox One released basically a thing that says how it's going to work. If you buy the Xbox One, you have to check into their servers once a day. If you don't or can't log in once a day, your device becomes a giant fucking brick. Oh, but they say you'll be able to watch your Blu-rays regardless of connection. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Microsoft, for telling me I can use shit I've already fucking bought. That's not a feature. That's called it being fictional. If you log into our account from another console, we have to check in every hour. So again, if your friend doesn't have good internet, bam, fuck you. That's how it works here, people. And the real reason behind this is this classic money-grubbing bullshit we've come to expect from companies like Electronic Arts. However, honestly, I always thought Microsoft may have been above this. If I buy a used car, I don't have to pay a fee to use the AC, do I? Or keep it from fucking exploding. No. If I buy a book, used, I don't have to pay a fee to read the last chapter. Let's not read from the book! If I buy a suit of clothes from Goodwill, what if I don't check in? How it's going to be? Yeah, that's what the Xbox One is doing. It's metaphorically taking the clothes off our back, and they expect us to just sit there and take it. Microsoft has to learn the hard lessons that this business practice is completely unacceptable. And if the PlayStation 4 does the same thing, then consoles are done. Where is the advantage to owning a console if it has this bullshit hook to it? Now, PlayStation has not yet made an announcement, but honestly, the fact that they didn't immediately run out and say we're not doing this is somewhat unsettling. Then you have the Kinect. It's always on, listening for the command Xbox on, even if it's off. Now, it says you can disable it for now, but also bear in mind that same thing also says that Microsoft reserves the right to alter their settings at any time. So if they decide they don't want you to be able to turn it off anymore, it's always on. Now, if you've ever been to anyone's house who had Kinects 1, you know what happens with voice commands, where if someone's playing a game, even if it's not really set up to use it, suddenly the Kinect will just start doing something. You really think they fixed it for Kinect 2? Do you? You think they've made voice recognition any better? Now, for some reason, they also specifically said Kinects won't record you. Yeah, unless someone hacks your shit, or if some government out there decides to use it against its people, then what are you going to do? Oh, nothing, because you can't. What you did was you took your customers and told them, bam, you check in like a fucking child or your shit doesn't work. Bam, you don't own a game anymore. You're renting the license from Microsoft. If they shut down their servers, they're all gone. I know people still playing the original NES. Think this is going to happen with this game? The original Xbox only lasted for 8 years. So that means anything you buy on Xbox One, odds are 8 years from then is going to be completely worthless. Worthless. This thing is going to look like a damn toaster, and that's what it's going to be in 8 years. Think about that. Then they have the balls to say it's the publishers that will decide how the used games works. They're passing the buck. Well, I got news for you, gentlemen. You built the goddamn console, so you don't get to pass the buck now. This is on you. It's your system. You built it. You designed it. Now that there's a backlash, you don't get to blame everybody else. This is one of those situations where the publishers are not at fault. Sorry. They're taking Xbox fans to the cleaners, every single one of them. And every single so-called feature on this thing is a restriction. I'm not going to tell you to boycott this. It's not the purpose of my show, it's not what I'm here to do. But I will tell you this, if you buy this console, you're fucking us all over. Every single one of us. There is no other way to say it, there is no other way to put it. I'll see you on the next Vega Goose Says.